Everybody's got excuses, but you got one life to live, one life to give, one moment, one opportunity. Boy, that's it, and it's all said and done. When the going gets tough and the tough gets going, you just go ahead and run. Cause opinions are like assholes, everybody has one. They're being constructive or they jealous of the outcome. It's not about the times you fail, it's about the times you got up. And I don't even care what the fuck your excuses is. Fact is, you just blame the cause of foolishness. What you think I'm dubious, you gotta get up, get going and just move on. Don't look towards the past, you gotta groove on. You procrastinating now, you gotta get that motivation. I already created a track called Inspiration. Gotta get up, get going and get fucking hype.
Go and live your life, ladies and gentlemen. It is WTN Rundown. It's Thursday. That's what that means as well. That means the weekend is almost here. Your week is almost over. And that also means that we have AEW Full Gear this Saturday. And a lot of matches, so be prepared. Thank God it's Saturday, I guess, in this case, because unlike John Moxley, who forgets when the day is, it is on Saturday, not Sunday. If it was on Sunday, it'd be bad for a lot of people because they have school. Unless you're in Ontario, there's going to be another strike again. I digress. We will be talking about Full Gear, little bit of breaking news, run down what happened during the week. I am not alone, of course. I will be doing all of this with my amigo, my hermano, my compadre, everything. Ladies and gentlemen, right beside... never get that right. Right beside me is none other than the crazy one, the oh-so-loco Kid Crazy. How goes it, good sir?
Pretty good, pretty good. Hope everyone's okay. I'm really excited for Full Gear, but we know it might be a 4, if not 5-hour pay-per-view. But let's go, man. It's some great matches that hopefully Kid Crazy gets to see some of his bangers here on this Saturday.
Banger after banger. No Sheamus or Brutes needed for the AEW bangers. So we will do Full Gear. I guess one thing we should talk about in terms of breaking news, it just came across today that we've heard the rumors that John Cena was going to be at WrestleMania. Right now, it looks like Logan Paul wants a piece of John Cena. Yep. He did announce it on his podcast. He messaged Triple H right away saying, "Hey, me versus John Cena. How about it?" That's gonna put some asses in seats and a whole lot of money for WrestleMania.
Imagine on 2-night WrestleMania, night 1 you have main event John Cena versus Logan Paul. And night 2, you have Roman Reigns versus The Rock. That's in LA. Oh my God.
In LA, dude, especially LA, you can just get a whole bunch of celebrities too being there and whatnot. Logan Paul makes a lot of sense. Maybe to go against John Cena. What else are you gonna do with Cena? You know what I mean? Like,
you can't get him involved in too much of a big program where he would have to come and build up the matches on Raw or SmackDown. With Logan Paul, the match basically builds himself, sells itself. I think that would be the perfect pick for John Cena. If John Cena wants to come and do a one-off, I think Logan Paul's the perfect opponent, and I really think that could be a good match.
I mean, he did great with Roman. You know what I mean? Roman, for the most part, is less versatile, I would say, maybe than Cena.
That's fair, yeah.
Kind of fair. Cena hasn't wrestled in a hot minute. I just saw Peacemaker recently, like the first season, and Cena was freaking awesome in that. So really excited to see John Cena back in the ring too. That would be dope. Against Logan Paul, I think that would be fun. Even maybe do like maybe even Cena bringing out his little rap battle stuff might be a little fun for this. I do see Logan as the heel though, so maybe not.
Yeah, because I don't think in a one-off like this, Cena's going to be.
You don't need the Doctor of Thugonomics here.
Yeah. Unless then there's a build-up and like he takes like a month off, whatever, everything else. Right. And then he would come and build that Doctor Thugonomics type of character back, but I don't see that happening. I think he probably will come on the go home show probably, and then come and do that match. But yeah, I would see Cena as the face here, and Logan can easily do a heel. So.
I mean, yeah, people already hate him as is,
Yeah.
just for what he's done. The wrestling crowd really likes him. Just they respect him at least for, the effort he is putting into the wrestling ring. The guy has natural talent. So
I think it's just a small minority of really hardcore niche wrestling fan that might not like him, but it's more out of spite because he's a part-time wrestler, hasn't been doing this long. But anybody with an open mind and that watches these matches sees that he has value not only in the ring but outside the ring, obviously, but that he can bring it in the ring. So I have no problem. I actually, in my predictions for the last pay-per-view, I had put him to win the title. So so I have no problem because I know he backs it up. And just that viral video when he told Roman Reigns, "You're about to go viral, Roman." I think that was the most viewed video on social media in WWE's history. I think it reached like 15 million in 24 hours, and now it's at like over 50 million. So
wow, okay.
So yeah, I have no problem with Logan Paul being a big part of WrestleMania because it brings eyes to the prize. So.
Yeah, no, I have no problem either against Cena. A lot of people, maybe just hardcore Cena fans, are like, no, I want to see him win 17th. He's not going after a title, guys. This is not happening. Cena's not going anywhere near Roman. Even if Roman splits it, he's not going anywhere near Drew or anywhere near anybody for that matter. There's no point. It's a one-off. Maybe he doesn't have anything planned. There's rumors of Peacemaker season 2. Looks like it's already done. It was announced, so looks like, he might have some free time. And if you have The Rock involved with WrestleMania as well, that's and Austin. There's rumors that Austin's going to come back for another match.
Did you hear about that rumor about who might face Austin?
I didn't hear who he might face. No.
So this is not any credible source. This is probably just I saw it somewhere. Speculation. But and I don't see it as I don't think it'll happen, but I don't see it as an impossibility. Is CM Punk versus Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania? But my how can I say this? I'm really like at a lower than 5% chance that it's gonna happen. I really don't think it's gonna happen.
Right.
But it's a few people that I see it post that is as a possibility. No, I don't see that happening. But apparently Stone Cold really is interested in having another run at WrestleMania because he said he had so much fun and everything went so well last year. But I guess
KO freaking and I don't know if CM Punk is the guy to help him like I don't think he can do what KO did for Austin. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like
the guy's injury prone so quick now, CM Punk. So.
And do like we know CM Punk's ego and all this. Would he really be, even though that would be a big match, at least in my opinion, but would he really want to come back to face part-time or like once a year wrestler Stone Cold? I don't know. He'd probably want a bigger
I would think it'd be a one-off though. I honestly,
unless it's a one-off for both,
Unless it's a one-off for both.
No contracts, no nothing.
I
agree.
See it being CM Punk and Austin though. Like, why?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They weren't even in. They were totally in two different eras. They never, associate. Was he even on Austin's podcast? I don't even think he was.
I don't think so. No.
I don't know. There's no communication there. They're in two different eras. Neither have talked smack about each other. Sure, they could build that up now. But it would just seem weird. I think that's just the CM Punk hardcore fans trying to get CM Punk somewhere.
Yeah.
We did see CM Punk recently at an MMA thing back at announcing. So he is doing commentating. So he is doing that. What that means, I don't know. I mean, he probably could have still have done that even if he was on good terms with AEW. Of course, there's still the rumors of them still working out the whole CM Punk scenario. Is he going to be fired? We now know the Elite is going to be at Full Gear. Yep. So, Elite is obviously okay and still back in the company and all that. Yeah, so I don't see Austin. I don't know
No,
who Austin will face.
obviously he would have to face somebody that can protect him in the ring.
Right.
So I wouldn't like a match like that we never got to see. Well, we came pretty close to see it in the King of the Ring in 2003 or 2004, if I'm not mistaken. But Austin, that was the reason Austin walked out. The second time he walked out because he didn't want to put over Brock just with no story behind it, and would be Brock versus Stone Cold. I think Brock can take care of Stone Cold in the
I don't
ring.
trust Brock to take care of Stone Cold.
I know he's a good worker, and people say they feel safe with him.
Yeah, I almost feel he doesn't know his own strength sometimes. I don't see Austin taking a German suplex.
Well, that's what I was about to say. I think we'd have to stay away from the German suplexes there, but I'm sure in a little brawl type of match or something like that. But I don't know who would you want to put over in that match. I guess you would want to put in Stone Cold. Would that hurt Brock? I don't know, but I've seen that as another possibility out there because there's a little bit of history there that people never got to see that fight. But no, there's a lot of possibilities, and Triple H has a lot of time to think about it and fix something up for Stone Cold. I'm pretty sure, and it doesn't have to be a match. Sure. I know Stone Cold wants it to be a match, but it could be a segment or
I mean, it could be like a tag match. You know, Austin comes and there's an ongoing feud between two guys, but whatever, it's not going to be anything crazy. Okay, let's spice it up a little. Maybe, you know, I don't know, you have Dominic and like a Dominic versus Ray. Instead of doing a one-on-one, you have like Austin take Ray's side or something, and then you have I don't know who would take Dominic's side, but you know, or you have maybe like Kurt Angle take Dominic's side or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you have two legends in the ring as well. And like this, I don't have to do anything too crazy.
They would be more protected in that, and if that were the case. There's possibilities for them to go what route they want to go with these celebrities, because like you said before, this is Los Angeles, and there's probably will be many celebrity appearances or cameos, if you want, on that show.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. So it's going to be riddled with superstars. Hell, I say riddled, and then I think Snoop Dogg and Matt Riddle doing like some kind of segment together would be freaking hilarious.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
Yeah, that's in April. So we'll see. There's a lot of time to build that. But yeah, Logan Paul versus Cena is the latest rumor there, and that would be a great time. They usually come out with bangers for WrestleMania, just for everything involved, and obviously a lot of big names. You're in LA. The story writes itself, or the script, should I say, writes itself. And yeah, we'll see what happens there. What we will also see happen is with this new gimmick match. I can't even remember the name anymore. The Soul Survivor Challenge. No, I don't even.
Iron Survivor, something like that.
The Iron Survivor Challenge is a new gimmick match that Shawn Michaels has announced for NXT Deadline, and it will consist of 5 wrestlers in the ring. Starting off with 2 wrestlers in the ring, rather, and then every 5 minutes, a wrestler will come out. And then they will all get in the ring and battle each other in an Iron Man-like fashion for 25 minutes. And the winner out of the most falls out of that, whether it be pin, submission, or no DQ, will get a shot at the NXT World Championship, with also a little specialty of if someone does lose in a pin or submission, whatever have you, they will be in the penalty box for 90 seconds. And that's this new gimmick match that Shawn Michaels is bringing forward. No word on the people who are going to be in the match just yet. I think this is a booking hazard completely, but I'm sure they have something in mind for it.
Like, it sounds a bit like a clusterfuck there.
Right. Yeah.
But I want to give it a chance because I always say, it's good to innovate and try new things. Um, like on paper, I don't know if you remember, and the people listening remember when the Impact tried the inverted Royal Rumble or Battle Royal, meaning like I think I don't remember the exact rules, but I just remember that it was kind of like a reverse Royal Rumble, and
oh yeah, that was totally that was
that
fun.
was trash. Like
Was that the King of
apparently,
the was that what was King of the Mountain? No, King of the
no, it
Mountain was like
wasn't
a
King of
ladder
the
match, right?
Mountain. Yeah, King of the Mountain actually worked pretty good. Jeff Jarrett won it a few times, and they ran it a few times a few years in a row. But this, I think,
Right.
it only happened once, and on paper it looked good. Like, oh, okay, this makes sense, But then it was totally horrible on when they actually tried it. So here it looks a bit confusing, but I think it has potential, and it might work out. So I wanna give it a chance and see how it goes. Because 5 guys in the ring, it's starting to be a bit too much. But
Right.
okay, I can deal with it. It depends of how the people take the pin, and they have to go in the penalty box for just 90 seconds. How they do it, the spots. But I'm willing to give it a chance. I don't know whose idea it was. If it was Shawn Michaels or Triple H's idea, or guys in the back, producers,
Right.
agents. But I'm willing to give it a chance. NXT has been a bit weak recently, even though I tried to keep up. I haven't had chance to watch the shows. I try to watch the highlights.
There's just so much wrestling, though. I understand.
Yeah, it's 10 hours a week. That's without counting pay-per-views and tales from the territories and all this stuff.
Right. Yeah.
So, and Tuesdays become really busy for me, but I try to keep up with the highlights, and I always read the resume, or the summary on Bleacher Report, where they give grades on each matches. So it hasn't been like really top, but I'm willing to give it a chance. They're really trying new things here. So and one of my favorite wrestlers is Shawn Michaels, so I trust his creative mind for this, but I'm gonna have to give it a chance and hold my judgment for when I see it.
Yeah, no, that's fair. So we don't know, and I think it really also does depend on the superstars who are in it as well.
Yeah,
If we get
definitely.
like another, who was it? It was McDonough. That triple threat match there was McDonough, Ilya Dragunov. Like if we get like a McDonough in there, a Dragunov in there,
Carmelo Hayes.
Carmelo Hayes,
Mm.
you know what I mean? And it's like a crazy, like just, acrobatic frenzy. It could be a good time. It could work. The 90-second penalty box would give us a little break from someone in the ring.
Yeah.
It just depends, I guess, too. Also, maybe, the storyline, how that works. Obviously, it's for to see who faces Braun Breaker. Will this event evidently be the person who will be beating Braun Breaker? So I guess it depends on how they do build it up. But, kudos to Sean. It's something different. It's hard to be innovative when, you've done Elimination Chambers and Hell in the Cells and whatever have you. You kind of almost done everything. So this 5-man Iron Man match, if you will, pretty interesting. Can't judge a book by its cover. We'll see.
I guess this will be telling, because in storyline wise, because this is where we'll know. Do they think Braun is ready for the main roster? Because if he keeps his belt, I guess they think he's not, and then he needs more time in NXT. And this might also be because I've heard rumors that Cameron Grimes will probably be the next call up to the main roster. So this might be his last match in NXT. I think it would be, for him to be part of it, would make sense, and because he would fit in good, I think, in that style of match. But I heard that he would be being called up soon. So probably after the Survivor Series, we'd probably be seeing Cameron Grimes up on the main roster. So I'm looking forward to
deadline is just before Survivor Series. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I think it's the Survivor Series on a Sunday or a Sunday, right? And then that would be on the Saturday, I would think.
I would think, yeah. I don't. Between AEW, I get why John fucked up his line on Dynamite, because it's hard. It's hard to keep up. What is it? NXT deadline. So that is looking out to be. The event will take place on Saturday, December 10th. But Survivor Series isn't on in December, is it? It's November something.
is no, I think it's in I think it's the last week of November.
November. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
It-
Survivor Series November 26th.
yeah. Okay,
So
so it's the week after.
and it's Saturday.
No,
I knew it.
not even a week after. 2 weeks after. Yeah.
2 weeks after.
Yeah.
2 weeks after. So
Yeah.
it has nothing to do. I guess maybe Trips doesn't want that too. Like, listen, we want NXT to be its own thing. We want
Mhm.
NXT to get its own spotlight. Not because fans too, man. I get maybe some people might not have lives, but when you have NXT on Saturday, you're gonna want to watch that.
Yeah.
Or you don't want to miss that, but then you also don't want to miss the main pay-per-view on the Sunday.
I understand for the WrestleMania weekend and week that makes sense.
Right.
Because a lot of people go to these events or go to these cities where these events are held, so you can fill arenas like that. But for every, I think you want to give NXT its own little spot to shine here, and I think that's the way to do it. And I think that's why he changed the names. He took away the takeovers. Right now they have their own, like this in this case is Deadline.
Right.
Or is it Takeover Deadline, or is it just NXT?
No,
Deadline?
it's just NXT Deadline. It looks like.
Yeah. So you want to give it his own spot to shine, and that makes sense. It's his baby. It's been his baby since he started taking care of NXT, and it looks like he wants it to work. So okay, and I think the ratings have been stable. Last time I checked, I think it was 667,000.
Yeah, still around there.
Yeah, they raised a bit on the key demo, but it's still like 0.17, so it's nothing even close to what the other shows are doing. So they got to work on that, maybe the key demo. But yeah, we're okay with that.
What wasn't good was AEW's viewership this week. It surprisingly had went down to 818,000, which is down 112,000 viewers. Sure, you had basketball,
hockey.
I don't even think it was on TNT or like, I don't remember it being live on TNT. Was it? Maybe it was, or TBS. But I always.
Well, yeah, because Dynamite's on TBS, but I think they have or basketball or hockey on TNT.
Right. Yeah.
Well, they have both, but I mean, on that day, on Wednesday, they had one or the other, pretty guaranteed.
Because I think it was actually on TNT, because I don't know. I feel like I watched it on TSN because for some reason it wasn't playing on TNT, but I guess it must have been because no one else was bitching about it on TBS. Excuse me. Yeah. It was down 112,000 viewers for the going home show for Full Gear. Was a great Dynamite. All the matches were like fun and fantastic. From we're going off of the week there, but since it's Full Gear, I think it's only appropriate maybe to you had a great the first match was the tag match with Daniel Bryan,
Blackpool Combat Club versus Jericho Appreciation Society. Yeah,
exactly. So you had Claudio and Daniel Bryan versus Sammy and Jericho. That match was great, and these four men are obviously going to face each other on Full Gear, all against each other for the ROH Championship. So
yeah,
interesting to see what they're going to do there.
It's true, Sammy. I forgot that Sammy was involved in that match.
Yeah, that's the whole reason why they did it. So
I
don't know.
Please, not a face turn for Sammy, please.
I don't think so. I mean, they may be hinting at that because Jericho's like, Sammy, you're gonna do the right thing, right? Like you're gonna let me win. I don't see Sammy necessarily turning face.
I hope not.
I mean, I don't know. We kind of, I guess we're okay with him now being a heel because he's no longer with Anna JS all too much.
You mean Ty Mello?
Ty, excuse me. Sorry. My bad. Ty, all that much, she's there with them, but they're not doing too much. So it's I
think they finally got the picture to slow down on that a bit.
Yeah, exactly. But that was a fun match. And also the whole Dante Martin, what is it, Top Flight?
Yep, Top
versus
Flight. Top Flight with what's his name? I have it here. What's his name? AR.
I want to say AR Steel, but I
AR
don't think that's
Fox.
right. AR Fox. That's
AR
it.
Fox with some impressive moves, man. For
Yeah, I
coming
was
from them.
was this the first time he was ever on AEW TV?
I don't know. That's the
Because I feel like I've
problem.
never seen him.
Like I've never seen him on Dynamite or Rampage.
Okay, I mean he
No, I
might be on
don't.
Evolution or Dark
Yes, or
there,
Dark
but
or something like that. Yeah, I don't even think he signed to a deal. I think there was
okay,
a paid appearance
like a
or paid
paper
appearance. Yeah,
appearance.
exactly.
Mhm.
So I don't. But wow, he was impressive. And finally, finally got to see Top Flight back together after Dante Martin's partner has been injured for a while. He's coming
Forever.
from a
Yeah.
long injury, and he had just come back when he last time he got injured. He had just come back from an injury also.
Right.
So
Yeah.
hopefully he stays healthy and they can.
Hopefully Tony gets his money worth now. Jesus.
Yeah, and they're young. It's okay, but these guys are exciting, and we want to see what more they can
Yeah.
give and how far they can go in the tag team division, because I think we reached Dante Martin's potential for now. Like, he's 21 years old. They don't want to expose him too much in the
Right.
singles for a singles run. So give us a good run with tag team. Make us shocked for these Top Flight moves spots, and that'll be fine for now for Top Flight. But I definitely want to see more of AR Fox. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. They should definitely bring him back. Even Rampage, like let him do a match on Rampage this week too. I know it's the going home show, I guess, for Full Gear, so maybe not. But definitely, really entertaining. A lot of spots between just. I think it was really just him and one of the Lucha brothers just killing it. You know what I mean? Like, just constant back and forth. I want to see him versus Sammy. Fox versus Sammy would be pretty nice
be a good
too.
Match. Or Fox versus Phoenix. Yeah.
Or Fox versus Phoenix. And it looks like Death Triangle isn't going anywhere. And they seem to be on the same page. No Hammer stuff going on. And we find out in a real weird way where they take notice of the fact of the promo videos. And they're like, we know that's towards us. And you're wanting to come after our titles. I was very confused, though, because the Young Bucks... Because wasn't Kenny Omega separate when the Young Bucks were the Trios Championship? Was it with Kenny Omega or was someone else?
It was Kenny.
It was Kenny?
Yep.
Okay, I thought he for some reason had went on his own again.
He just had come back to enter the tournament for this Trios tournament with them. Remember, he was wearing.
It was so short-lived, though. Like, that's it.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
I think they had 3 matches, right? With those 6 matches with Osprey, Will Osprey's group there, and then bang, they won it, and that stuff happened, and we haven't seen them there. I think it's close to 3 months or more than 3 months. So yeah, and it was a bit weird because when Pac was talking, he was kind of not mentioning. He goes, it's the names that shall not be mentioned. Yeah. Right. And then we had to see them appear on the Titantron or whatever they call the Tron. And then now he felt liberated to speak about it. So now you guys know it's the Elite. So yeah, there wasn't no need really for a build-up here. So I'm okay with the way they did it. And these guys should get a huge pop come Saturday at Full Gear.
The only problem is I don't think you should have mentioned that they were going to face the Elite. Maybe throw down an open challenge. Sure, everyone would probably still think it was the Elite. But I don't know. Then you maybe do a swerve. You make it that team there. The Canillas team. I don't know if they have
the Kingdom. What is it called?
The Kingdom. That's it.
Yeah.
Maybe make it a little swerve there, and then have the Elite come somewhere else, kind of thing. I think because you didn't really need. I just think it would have been. I mean, people are going to buy the pay-per-view. Are going to buy the pay-per-view anyways, but you didn't need that announcement for people to buy. It would have been better as a what is the Elite going to do? People would have bought more for that, like to see where the Elite would show up. But now we know the Elite is going to show up during this match. Okay, at least we know where it lies. I think that hidden, just more of that, kind of surprise would have been cooler. But it is.
Yeah, because now we know, and it would have been in a case like, okay, when are they going to come? We know that we've been seeing these promos, so they're probably going to appear at Full Gear. But what? They're going to interfere in in the Mox MJF match? Are
Right.
they gonna interfere in a trios match or in a tag team match? It would have been more like left up to our imagination or our speculation. And now we know there's a trios match. I don't know where they're gonna go with this. Gonna give them right back to them as their first comeback, because like you said, it did feel weird that there was no more like they left the teasing of a heel turn from Pac. They completely left it out this week. Like there's no mention, there was no hint towards that. So it could be that they keep the title and continue a little rivalry for 2-3 matches, maybe with the Elite. That would be good, because I don't see them. I don't know if it would be good for the Elite to get the titles back right away on their first shot back after 3 months being out. But if anybody can pull it off, it's probably the Elite with with how over they are and the recognition they have, the reputation they have. But I would like to see this drag on and maybe a story behind this, because since there was no story to build up this match, have it in a way where you have a storytelling in the next few weeks. It doesn't have to be until the next pay-per-view, but have a match on Rampage.
Unlike winter, well, no, winter's coming or something.
Oh no, yeah, it's in 2 weeks to have a few matches like that. But in that type of match, or in the next Battle of the Belts or something like that, there's ways to get it done. But yeah, fans should be excited to see the Elite again. We've been waiting for this. Did they do it the right way with this disappearing act? That's why I want to hear promo.
Yeah, like what was that all about? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Like, are you? I want to explain.
Was it as easy as just to say, "Oh, you guys have disappeared for 3 months. Hey, look, now you're back. Now you're reappearing." Like, okay, who gives a fuck?
Or would they look at Tony Khan and say, "Oh, you tried to make us disappear from what we built. We built this."
Right. So that's why I think they would be a heel. So why are they facing the Death Triangle? Because that means they're clearly the face.
Well, the problem is we don't know if that triangle is face or heel because of Pac. Because they definitely get luchas definitely get face reactions from the crowd, but we've seen the cheating from Pac, so we don't really know, and it's really hard to judge because I think the pop will come either way. When
for sure.
When the music hits, yeah. So I think more is if you'll get a heel turn from them is during the match where they'll cheat or something like that. That's when we'll get really an answer on that. But I think that would be the way to go. I think them as heel right now and turning on Tony would be the way to go storyline wise. But it's up to them. I think they have the creative control. They would be able to do that. I don't think Tony would have even a problem with that.
Right.
But I don't know, because I don't know if you saw a bit of a video of when Dynamite went off the air, like MJF kind of putting over Tony Khan.
Put over Tony Khan and AEW and the wrestlers in the back and all that, and maybe shitting on CM Punk, perhaps.
Yeah, some people can shoot that as that. Yeah, there was definitely an indirect there.
Well, I mean, who else is taking a dump on his company?
Yeah.
Okay, if it's not CM Punk, then who?
Yeah. I think we're definitely, and I'm still on the fence about what we talked about 2 weeks ago, whether if this is a swerve, if he's swerving us, but he's definitely being portrayed as a face here.
Who?
MJF.
I mean, yes and no. Sure, he came and helped Moxley again. You know what I mean? I guess, but he's kind of in the middle. He's almost like Moxley, right?
Yeah.
Because he does heelish things, he does face things. Oh no, I want you at 110%. But I'm making fun of you in front of your wife and and I'm calling the fans fucking pigs and whatever, and I'm better than you and you know it, but the fans are cheering it. So he's really in between everything. I think it's going to be a mix between Regal turning on Mox and the Firm maybe also legit helping out Mox too. Something along those lines. I truly believe. But then again, that depends on what happens with the tournament too, right? So that fucking tournament is still going on. Yeah. We saw Ethan Page beat Bandito, correct? Yeah,
last
we
night.
saw
Yep.
Ethan Page beat Bandito, and then you have Starks versus Lance Archer on
Coming up
Rampage.
on Rampage. Yep.
So, and then between that, so it's going to be either Lance Archer or Starks versus Ethan Page. And I don't know, man, between Ethan Page and you would imagine it would be Starks.
Yeah. If
Is it?
if you'd go really for storyline basis and a heel face type of
And
thing,
just ready. I mean, I don't know. Lance
Yeah.
Archer doesn't have anything going on. I haven't seen Lance Archer in
No.
ages. You know what
No.
I mean? He got injured. He came back, did a few little things, and then I never saw him again.
yeah.
You know, so
It's
I don't see
it's even a bit weird that he gets a shot in this tournament, like,
yeah.
and
Well,
then doesn't he, and then attacks Starks, so they have to cancel the match. But okay, you attacked him, but we won't kick you out of the tournament. You still have your match next week on Rampage.
right.
It feels a bit weird, so that's why I think you're right here. Starks feels like the man to face Ethan Page at Full Gear for that number one contender spot. But I don't know. They've done stranger things in AEW, so.
Right.
Could go either way, but I definitely see Ethan Page versus Starks type of match going on there. That classic heel versus classic face,
right?
But they'd have to do something about the Lance Archer Starks match, because that promo Starks did yesterday. But I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat you. Listen, I don't know if you're the man to go in there and really beat the fuck out of Lance Archer. You might win.
Right.
You probably will win. But it's going
Right.
to be with some wrestling, not you beating up this guy.
Not you being a brawler.
Yeah.
What are you, Moxley, all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Like,
this guy can probably fuck you up. That wouldn't be too
Right.
believable. More of like the Hobbs, the rematch with Hobbs, type of thing. Put in
Right.
a good match and win it in inside those ropes, and then make it more believable. But I don't know. You going there saying you're going to beat the fuck out of the guy is a bit not credible. But
far stretch.
yeah. But I do see him coming out, because I do see him against Ethan Page being the logical match here, final for this tournament.
Right. And I even say, I want Starks to win, but I don't know if you want to give it to Starks, because maybe he's just, not that he's not ready, but it's also just kind of like maybe it's too soon, because then you have MJF most likely winning. Perhaps.
Most likely, yeah.
So why would you ruin your next up and comer big star?
I think it's easy.
Page would be easier, I guess.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was about to say. I think Ethan Page it's a much easier guy to take the pin here when he does face the champion later on, whoever it is, and which I think is MJF. But I think Ethan Page would be the easier guy to get the pin there. When Starks, I don't know. If they do it right, they won't hurt him. But I'm very scared that it could hurt him. So I don't know. Get maybe the firm to interfere in this final eliminator, like Page versus Starks. Have Page win by cheating or something, and then have just Page take the pin against whoever wins the title later on. I think it's Winter's Coming where he would have a shot. Yeah. So I think that would be the easier path to go storyline wise, booking wise. Because I think they could hurt Starks. Starks can't take too many hits, like big hits. He could lose. He could lose a banger here, a banger there, if they're really good matches and there's some close finishes. But
that's it.
A bad loss can hurt him. And Ethan Page, he's won 6 in a row, so they're obviously going for a little push here with Ethan Page, and he's much easier to. The heel will be much easier to take the pin once that final, number one contenders match happens.
Right. And then with that said, so maybe the firm doesn't even get in, or maybe they get involved, not because they're back with MJF, but more so because they would rather face MJF because Stokely knows him so well. Ethan Page will have an easier chance than a psychopath. That could be the reason why that happens.
And the build-up.
And
the build-up also can, exactly. With Stokely and MJF going at it on the mic,
right.
I think can be can work out too. So yeah, I think that would be the way to go there for the continuation of Ethan Page's push here.
Look at us booking AEW.
Hey.
And then, I guess we'll just hit it. Is there anything else on Dynamite aside from?
We got the Samoa Joe promo explaining his turn on Wardlow type of thing.
What did he say? Would you rather lie there and be a victim or something like that? Like it was a good promo.
But what really pissed him off? Like that's what I wanted to know from.
Because well, yeah, that's what he was saying. Because Wardlow was thinking that he was the best guy when he never really acknowledged Joe, and he's like, "I'm the biggest enemy," so I didn't want to be a victim. So I took the first shot. I didn't want, he wasn't acknowledging me or whatever.
He said he wanted all the belts, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
He said he wanted all the belts, and then that's what kind of triggered him. Like, well, what am I? What am I, chopped liver here? Like, you think you're just gonna run up against me? So, but then I don't know. I see like a triple threat happening with this: Hobbs versus Wardlow versus Samoa.
Because Hobbs hates both of them, and Wardlow hates both of them also.
And Joe
they
just
all hate
fight
each
anyone.
other.
Yeah.
So I
don't know. Do we see this for Full Gear, or do we see this for like Winter is Coming or something,
or for Final Battle?
Oh, Final Battle would make sense.
But that would be for Joe's title, and that wouldn't be for Wardlow's title. So that's why I don't know. I'm not sure, because the TNT title would be the one that you want to defend here, and I don't know. Or would it be maybe for both? I don't see that.
I mean, or maybe you do one at Winter is Coming, and then you do it again at Final Battle,
or type of thing. Yeah, I could see that happening. I could see like type of
you do
Joe
the TNT on. Yeah, you do the TNT on the Rampage of Winter is Coming week or whatever. I always forget.
I could see that happening. I could see a Joe Wardlow for the TNT at Winter is Coming, and Hobbs coming in and beating both of them up and setting up a triple threat match for both titles at Final Battle.
Oh, okay. I was more thinking you do the TNT for the TNT shot there, but then it's a grudge match, but this time it's for the ROH because, hey, I defended mine. You guys still couldn't take it off me, so now it's your turn. You want to ambush me? You want to play the victim? Well, here's your chance to be your anti-hero. Let's face off for your title, and I'll prove to you just how bad. Blah blah blah.
That could work. That could work also. Yeah. Yeah, that could work. That could work. There's things to do here in that because now I know I've complained about this for a while. There's way too many belts being defended on in AEW. Like we get lost. Like even I think I mentioned messaged it in our private chat. Nyla Rose last week on Rampage having an open challenge for a title that doesn't belong to her. Yeah, that was a bit weird. I guess there was other ways to build up this rivalry than that. And then what was it that it was yesterday. Nyla Rose came, and then the security guards are keeping Jade Cargill away from going to get her own belt back instead of, I don't know. It's been weird, this whole stealing of belts. Actually, the situation is weird with both belts. That I don't like. I like the way Nyla has been performing though in this storytelling though.
You could tell she's been working out on her how she talks on the mic, on her promo skills. Like I believe her now, as you know what I mean. She doesn't need Vicky Guerrero now. She's got it all on her own. Maybe she's a bit over enthusiastic sometimes, where it's like, okay, shut up. But whatever. You could tell she put in some work on it, and it's cool. Like I'm interested in the match. It's just, the build up to it with the whole belt stealing and then challenging for it. And then why the fuck hasn't Tony Khan gotten involved and said, yo, just give the belt back or you don't get a shot at it. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Or I'll suspend you if you don't give the title back. I don't know.
Whatever.
Suspensions in AEW are pretty popular. So that would have been an easy fix.
Damn.
But that was
fired.
Shots fired. Yes.
Pow, pow.
What else? Oh, there was Toni Storm versus Anna JAS there, which is a good match.
Yeah,
but we knew how it was gonna finish.
Yeah.
With Jamie Hayter being the opponent at Full Gear. I like that they explained the history there behind Jamie Hayter and Toni Storm being roommates.
They've been doing that for the past few weeks. So they really built that up nice. I think they even mentioned the tournament, Owen Hart tournament, when they faced each other too. So
they really I had forgotten that, but and that was a pretty good match also.
That was a great match. So a lot of great matches on Dynamite. But this is all leading to a lot of great matches at Full Gear. I had it here. Which I guess we'll break that down. Is there anything you want to touch with WWE before we full
Just
fledged
looking
full gear it up?
my notes here. There was some good matches on SmackDown. Oh yeah, I wanted to maybe a few other shots fired here. The the six pack challenge on SmackDown with Shotzi winning the number one contender. Well, a shot at the title, I guess.
Right.
But it's Zia Lee and Lacey Evans. What are they? How? What did they do to deserve a shot at the title here? When I think Shia's last win was in April, and Lacey
Right.
last time appeared got a beating from what's her Liv Morgan was last time we saw Lacey when she got a beating with the Kindle stick
Right.
there. So I felt that's a bit weird. Like you having these two people. Why didn't you just have a fatal 4-way
challenge.
match?
Yeah.
I
mean, I don't know. I guess to kind of give more TV time to them as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. They haven't been on TV. You want to put them back on TV. You can't put them right away into any storyline, so you have to work them in a bit. Oh, okay, they're back. We know they're back. Then maybe
what's
next week
happening with
it's
Emma now? Is Emma still doing stuff, or like they don't know what to do with her?
Well,
she was in the six pack. No, she wasn't.
No, she wasn't. I don't even think. Was there a backstage?
Oh, maybe.
I don't remember. I don't have it in here in my notes. I don't remember if there's a backstage. Oh, I think she gave not a beating, but a few shots to somebody. Now that I remember it from the top of my head, but it's not in my notes, so it must have been probably
wasn't anything crazy.
A quick backstage something happened.
Okay.
What else? Oh yes, the return. Yes, I also would like to. This is the Viking Raiders I like to see.
Oh shit! The Viking Raiders. Shit! I missed that then
on SmackDown with Sarah Logan.
Oh, okay.
And they completely. This was supposed to be a BFAB versus Zelina match.
Right.
But they just came out of nowhere and they just destroyed everybody except Zelina. Zelina was the only one that was able to get away through the crowd, but they completely destroyed everybody. And when I mean destroyed, it felt like the Viking Raiders from NXT. So when they were known as the War Raiders. So this is very good. And I'm happy because I've complained about them doing all that comedy bit with the Street Profits, which hurt both of those teams. And it took a while to get Street Profits back on, well, even though we haven't seen them in a while now, in a few weeks, but it took a while for them to get back onto the top of the tag team division after that. And now finally we're going to get to see the Viking Raiders back because that was a pretty fun segment there. So
yeah, I'm currently watching that on YouTube right now because I didn't hear any kind of mention of that.
Yeah, well, that's because I don't know, something's Raw is not usually they would have a lot of explaining of what happened on SmackDown, but recently they're not doing that too much. And they're kind of, I'm not saying there's rosters splits,
right?
But you're kind of keeping each rosters on their sides though, other than obviously the Bloodline and the main ones there. But you're mostly keeping the rosters on each side. So that was interesting. That we finally got an announcement for War Games for both the men's side and the women's side. The women's side was more officialized on Raw, but we saw the SmackDown ended with the Bloodline versus the Brutes, the return of Sheamus.
Right.
So it looks like that's going to be the War Games in the men's division. I guess there's still fill-ins. So we have Solo, the Usos, Roman, and Sami. That team looks like it's complete. Mm-hmm. And we have the Brawling Brutes, the three with Drew, and I guess it would be missing one.
So rumor is it's supposed to be Kevin Owens. However, Kevin Owens did get injured during the live event. So he's reportedly not in it as of this moment. Still technically getting rehab. I guess we'll see what happens on SmackDown, as they're supposed to kind of announce it sooner rather than later. But I mean, Survivor Series is not until November 28th. So they can maybe string that along and then just have Kevin surprise appearance as the final fifth man too. So
yeah, they've done that before. That okay, we'll announce it. We'll have a mystery man join us, and it's there's still leverage, and there's still have the time to play with here.
right,
But yeah, maybe getting injured at a live event puts a bit of a stick in the wheel there for them to build this match. But yeah, Kevin Owens definitely makes sense because we haven't seen him in a few weeks. Ever since they teased a bit of the reunion with Sammy, but Sammy
right,
getting the big reaction with the bloodline, they've kind of put Kevin on ice here, not knowing what to do with him. But that
right.
would be a good way to reintroduce him here in the picture. That would be good. And I'm really excited to see this War Games on the main roster. We've seen some really big War Game matches in NXT, especially the Undisputed Elite. That match, I forget who it was against, who was the group it was against, but that was a pretty good match. I remember Roderick Strong doing some big moves from the top of the cage. So
Right.
that was fun, and I'm interested. I'm intrigued in seeing how they're going to do it in the main roster. Um, even the women's match, I think, can be good with Damage Control versus Bianca and her clique. We
Right.
saw Mia Yim kind of joining them,
Right,
joining
yeah,
Bianca.
which is still which is fine, but then why do you have Mia Yim join the OC? So I guess she's part of the OC, but she does her own thing.
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess they have a deal with she has a deal with the OC. You help us out when it comes to Judgment Day, so we can
Right.
even out the odds here against Judgment Day. But you can do your own thing in the women's division, I guess,
But
which
then
made
you're
sense because
not gonna do a Judgment Day OC. Like I thought that's what they
yeah,
would
me too. I
initially
thought
be
that's where they're
building
gonna
for.
go, but I guess not. I guess that's not where they're gonna go. You maybe
Well, no,
have
but
a
Rhea is part of no, but it's true. Rhea is technically part of
yeah.
the
She joined them. Yeah, that was kind of weird too. She just like I guess she's the queen. Well, the queen is maybe the bad word because that would be a reference to Charlotte.
definitely.
But maybe she's the top dog right now in the women's division because
Right.
they seem like when Rhea said, "Okay, since she's gonna be with them, I'm gonna be with you guys," and they seem like, "Oh my God, we're so happy! Oh my God, Rhea's with us!" Like, so
Right.
I guess they're really pushing Rhea as the top woman in that division there. But Bailey kind of like fighting for that title, still wanting that title is a bit weird that she's just like, okay, there's not like a little bit of inside competition there more. But
Right.
maybe we'll see it during the coming weeks and the match itself.
Or during the match itself, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I like that they explained that for the War Games, and because now that we have to remember that War Games have never been done on the main roster. So maybe I know they put up the rules on Raw this week, and Michael Cole
Right.
explained them. But they're gonna have to do that a bit more times because I'm sure there's a lot of casual fans that watch Raw and
I
SmackDown.
never watched War Games.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. So they're gonna have to do that a bit more often. I guess that's the big parts of. Let me just hear.
Well, and the 24/7 championship being thrown in the trash, was that this week? No.
Yeah, no, that was last week when
Oh shit. Okay.
when what's her face Nikki won it and she missed the trash. Was that funny or what? When she threw it in the trash, she completely missed the trash can.
Trash can.
Well, what's her face was trying not to laugh, Bailey, but she couldn't.
She can't multitask. She can't multitask.
Because she's looking at the ceiling.
It
I don't know what
happens.
she's doing. Nikki Cross.
Right.
Oh, I know I said this 2 weeks ago, and I was a bit contradicting myself. And I guess that there was a reason for that. And yeah, this week's Loomis Dexter Miz segment was pretty garbage. And I don't know, I was getting interested in it, but then this Miz apology with the glasses, completely fake. I know that was the goal of it, to make it look like it was a fake apology, but
Right.
even Gargano hasn't been impressing me too much with his promos, even him.
Well, I mean, I think it's just kind of like, okay, let's just get the Miz versus Loomis. Let's do that. Loomis is obviously going to win. He's going to get a contract. I don't know what the hell the Miz gets if he wins, because they only said if Loomis wins, he gets a contract. Then Miz didn't get anything. So,
Well, I think it's if Loomis wins, he gets the money that Miz owes him and the contract.
Right?
So I guess what Miz gets is he doesn't have to pay him if he wins. But yeah, that pretty much predicts or exposes what the the ending of that match will be.
Of course. Yeah.
Loomis. If you're not gonna give Loomis a contract, then why have him back
Then
all
why
these
the
months
fuck have
for?
you? Yeah, exactly. Oh, you're not
Um,
going to get a contract. We're done with you now. You were just on a paper appearance. Get out of here.
yeah, exactly. um, yeah, Bobby Lashley versus Ali, and Ali has a match coming up tomorrow in the World Cup, the Fox World Cup. So they're doing
Oh,
like a
yeah.
they're
Okay.
doing
Right.
type of a World Cup. They're basically milking the World Cup being on Fox, the real World Cup, soccer World Cup. So they're doing their own World Cup on Fox for the wrestling. So Ali has a match tomorrow. For it's like a big trophy type of thing, so it's not for a shot at the title or anything. But
Because they
yeah,
definitely wouldn't give it to Ali. That's for sure.
yeah, it doesn't look like it. The guy got destroyed the last 2 weeks,
Fuck.
and Bobby again destroys him. Yeah, I don't know. I like I like Bobby like this. Bobby I like, but I don't like how they're making him. I thought when Triple H came, that whole new look, that whole new
Right.
promo they gave him, that there was gonna be a change there for Ali. I don't know. Unless he wins this tournament.
Unless he wins the tournament, but also it's hard, right? So at least he's building up. I guess his time will come too. Because look, I mean, we were bitching at what happened with Theory. This makes Theory look bad, but then this week we see Theory get this whole different alternate gimmick change. He's no longer the selfie master. He's now just a pissed off heel, and it worked.
Yeah, it worked on me too.
It worked. I was impressed, and I'm like, oh, you made me care about Theory again. What's going on here? This is great.
I think that was Triple H's thing. He wanted everybody had in their heads when they're watching this, they had Theory, and they would see always Vince McMahon behind them, like, oh, it's Vince McMahon's guy, the whole selfie thing, and it was kind of a bit corny there. And Triple H goes, I got to find a way to take that weight off his back and repackage him. And I think.
Right.
Like I was like, oh fuck, he doesn't like him. He's just basically burying him.
Right.
But he proved me wrong, because now he came back, and like you said, I totally agree with that. This is the Theory I want to see more of.
Yeah.
The match was really good against Ziggler. That was a very good match. Back and forth, close.
As you would think, guys. Ziggles can't really do a bad match. Theory's great in the ring. The problem was it was just his gimmick, right? Just no one cared. Now that he's gonna be like a pissed off heel, his facial expressions even changed now, which is great.
Yep.
So to me, he's like a whole new wrestler.
Don't call me a kid. Don't call me a kid. And I like that he concentrates on that, and he kept on repeating it on his way going up the ramp. So that's his team is going to be like, stop taking me for granted, or stop underestimating me. You know, I am not the future. I'm the now. Which that made sense.
Which reminded me of like a younger Randy Orton.
Yep.
You know, which reminded me of like stop like when he was younger, obviously, like the Legend Killer days.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Right after the Evolution. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I enjoyed that. It gives a chance to Theory. Something I didn't enjoy was came right after that match. It was they had a segment backstage with the Poker and Tozawa and JBL, sorry, and Corbin, where Tozawa doesn't know how to play poker, but then beats them and then goes for a match. I think Triple H is missing one thing here to in all his repackaging since Vince left, is maybe Tozawa. It's time for a repackage for Tozawa.
Bro, please. Like, I've been asking for this for like years as well. Tozawa deserves better. Like, especially like Triple H dealt with Tozawa in NXT. You know what I mean? He was the 205 champion in NXT for a while. I think he had some other title in NXT as well. Like, you got to repackage this guy, get him out of the ninja suit, get him onto something else. Like, you know what I mean? The fucking 24/7 championship is in the poubelle. R-Truth is gone for a hot minute. Like, give this guy something else now. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
It's the perfect time to do it. Yeah.
Perfect time to do it.
And you don't have to keep him off TV for months to do it.
Right.
Just find a good storyline. You could stay off TV for 2 weeks or something. Find a good storyline. Get him pissed. Maybe even put him heel, so it's easier to tell the story. And he doesn't have to get over.
We've never seen him heel.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think. Maybe in NXT for a bit, but I don't recall.
Yeah, I don't. If it did happen, it was pretty quick and it didn't
Yeah.
last long. And I'm. I think he could pull it off. He has the facial expressions, and it would help him a bit because he wouldn't need to talk as much. So he could just go there and like uh, get involved in matches, try to make his way, try to make his
Maybe even trade him
face.
off to SmackDown then, man, or do
Yeah.
something with the guy. You
Yep.
know, like clearly Raw has not been working out for him.
No.
Like I
No.
don't know if it's the brand per se, but I don't know. Try
Well, obviously, this whole wedding, the 24/7, and the marriage with Tamina also didn't help his
definitely didn't help.
situation.
No,
But like you said, the 24/7 belt is gone. Our truth is gone. This whole thing has been put away, type of
put the
thing.
rest in.
So I put the rest, the word I was looking for. So yeah, it's a perfect time to repackage him and make him out to be like a sick martial art guy that can beat up people. He has one of the best kicks in WWE. So there's
Yeah,
something to work with there. He's very talented. Look at those suicide dives or tope suicidas, if it was up to Excalibur. Are pretty intense. He does a type of like the Darby Allin, and it goes like head first
yeah,
into the people. I
exactly.
really like that. So I think there's potential there, and I think he deserves to have a chance to see how he can get over as a heel or as a face. But I would prefer to try it as a heel. I think it would be easier for him to get over. So yeah, so that was a bit of my shitting on WWE for Triple H. Get repackaged Tozawa. He deserves it.
Yeah, Tozawa hashtag Tozawa deserves better.
Yes.
Absolutely. And so I guess in terms of breaking news and also WWE stuff, still Sasha Banks filed a few trademarks as well. That was some big news. Sasha Banks had filed for something money with her real name. Her name is escaping me at the moment.
Mercedes
Money. And there was like 3 of them that she had trademarked, or her company trademarked, which again, I don't remember her company's name. But it was her, it wasn't WWE trademarks. It was her trademarking the name, something Mercedes Money. It's all about the money, but MONE apostrophe kind of thing. And yeah, so we'll see what that is. Maybe it won't be Sasha Banks going forward. It will be under her Mercedes name.
Wow.
Don't think they have to do that though. I mean, Sasha Banks it's boss time. I mean, what is
Yeah.
Michael Cole gonna say now? It's Mercedes time? No,
Yeah,
just ring.
I don't know. I don't know what's Triple H's philosophy on that, on the names and all that. We knew what
Right.
Vince's philosophy on that was, but Triple H, we
Right.
don't really know. And I don't think
Right.
people like she's over as Sasha Banks. People know her as Sasha Banks.
But again, this is her company, so this might have nothing to do with wrestling. This might have
Yeah.
something to do with maybe that's going to be her new name for, I don't know, movies or something. You know what I mean? I didn't
Yeah.
really read full.
Or
through
maybe it's just her preparing the next phase in her
Yeah.
career. Because I know I heard that she's been getting more offers for shows and movies and stuff like that because of the Mandalorian. People actually enjoyed watching her in that show. So
Mhm.
so there's it could be many reasons. I don't see them using another name in WWE,
Right.
but
Yeah.
or maybe that's just negotiation because I don't know. We still don't know. Like we know officially that she's technically still signed,
Right.
but we don't know how long was an extension, or she's just finishing off her months that she has left, or they're still negotiating on a new contract. We still don't know really that, and like it looks like she will be coming back in Royal Rumble because it's
Well, I thought Survivor Series, but
Yeah.
obviously not
Well, she
anymore
could-
because
yeah, exactly.
there's only one part of Asuka's team. There's only one spot left. It's Bianca, Asuka, Bliss, Yim, and you're missing one, right?
Yeah, you're missing one, and then
So maybe that's Flair.
on one side, yeah, that's it. On one side, it's full, and on the face side, we're missing one. Would that would mean Flair would come back as a baby face? I wouldn't. Well, I don't. No,
Yeah,
I
that
don't
would be
see
weird. I don't see that happening.
Yeah, depends. It depends. They could swerve us. He's Triple H has done that recently, so
Nope.
we'll have to wait 2 weeks and see. Yeah, and that's basically Seth and Finn was a good match. but it was more. They built it as Finn wanting to pay back for that whole match when he won the title but got
Right, but
injured.
he
Yeah,
fucked up his arm. Yeah, exactly.
yeah. So they kind of worked on that. It was type of two heels fighting because like Seth is still like on
Well,
in
Seth, I
front of the
feel is
camera.
neutral.
Yeah,
You know,
we
he's
could
like
definitely say he's
KO. He's
neutral.
like
Yeah,
Moxley. He's a heel. He's a chicken shit heel. He talks shit. He's narcissistic. Fans still chant his song
yeah,
and all that. So, he's just in that neutral point. With him, it doesn't matter whether he's face or heel.
yeah.
He's still going to be loved no matter what. Even with the whole Cody thing, Cody was obviously the face, but the fans still loved Seth with some truth that he talked and so on and so forth.
Mhm.
So he's just on that fine line between face and heel, and he walks that rope really nicely.
Yeah, and apparently they're gonna put Theory right back into that United States title picture because Raw went off the air with Theory attacking Seth and standing tall over him, holding the United States title belt. So title, I mean. So
Yeah,
that's
because
like
Seth definitely doesn't need it.
no, no, no. I don't think. I know they could. That whole thing about the title being now the A title because Roman's never is always never fighting and always away. So
Right.
that title being the title of Raw, I'm okay with that. But it doesn't need to be set the champion to make that title look important. I think Bobby eventually wants it back. Theories apparently also wants it, so they can work out something good for. I don't know. Do you see a triple threat for Survivor Series maybe between them three, and maybe having the return of Cody there, or is Cody just gonna come back at Royal Rumble, make it easy?
I think maybe make it easy. If it's a triple threat, I don't see Cody doing anything.
Yeah,
Just it would have to be a more monumental debut. You know what I mean?
return.
I think Royal Rumble works. You're right there. That leaves Cody to heal up more. And we haven't heard anything necessarily from the dirty sheets
No,
that Cody is 100% yet.
yeah,
So I think giving him into Rumble would make sense. He's definitely going to will be like the number 27 there, that special little number.
yep.
And 30 perhaps could be him as well, because why not? Finally make number 30 fucking surprising, because it's been a hot minute.
Yeah.
So there's many ways they can go about it. But yeah, I see Cody just coming for Rumble.
Yeah, so probably going to see a triple threat and at the Survivor Series for the U.S. title. Maybe somebody, I don't know, maybe give it back to give it back to Bobby, but no, because Bobby's clearly a heel now.
Well, either way, I still see Seth getting the pin. So I don't see Theory pinning Lashley. No way that would be a thing. I see it's more Seth stomping Lashley, and then Seth, and then Theory throwing Seth out and getting the pin. 1, 2, 3 on Lashley. Ooh, no, we can't do that. Yeah, I don't know. But I don't see Lashley taking the pin or Theory taking the pin. I see it's obviously Seth taking the pin, and it's going to be off one of those. They both just had it though, so I don't know what story they're trying to tell here. I don't know.
I would think they give the belt to Theory, because now with this new repackage, that would be the way to go. Try to get him, give him a little push right away with this new character.
Right, but then I don't want Lashley to be part of that though, because they just literally freaking had a feud. What, 3 months ago for the U.S. title on top with the whole fucking modeling and shit? Like, why are we gonna have the same fucking feud again?
Yeah, they can't go with that feud after. It would have to be Lashley and Bobby. It would have to be Bobby and Seth would have to go into a feud after that, and with Theory going on his own way with the title.
Yeah,
would have to be type of he's pissed off at Seth for costing him the title, so he goes after Seth, and Theory just goes on open challenge or whatever his own side with the U.S. title. I think that's the way, because I
I
agree
can see
that
that.
we can't put them back in a feud. You don't want to hurt Theory, and
Right.
Lashley's just beating up everybody, so it wouldn't look too credible that he would like lose
If anything,
easy
I
to him.
think that's more putting Lashley more towards a title picture kind of thing with how
Yep.
they're building Lashley. So
Yeah.
that makes it Theory winning it more. Maybe you have Lashley versus Seth in some kind of thing for Rumble, as maybe like I don't know, like in terms of, oh, let's see who is eligible for the Money in the Bank for WrestleMania. That's been a
Yeah.
rumor that they want to do, to see who can face for the World Championship, so on and so forth. Maybe kind of do a feud like that. Maybe they get pull in AEW and get some kind of tournament going
Mm-hmm.
to see who ends up being in the Money in the Bank. Or maybe something for King of the Ring too. It's rumored that's going to be a thing as well. So we'll see. We'll see. But definitely leave Theory alone. Let him get the title, and let Theory kind of make it. But Theory again too just had it. So I get it's Triple H trying to just right the wrongs of Vince,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, we still have to endure the same storyline kind of repeating itself. Hard to do when you're booking and all that, but I don't know. You have to make it another title or something. I don't know why it would be the same title.
Yeah, I could definitely see the conundrum that Triple H is in with
For sure.
how to book this. But I guess that's why he's the head of creative. That's his job. So come up with something good, and we'll see if we enjoy it.
That's it, exactly.
So yeah, let's go into Full Gear, and let's preview and give our predictions, because
Yeah, it's a card, all right.
oh yeah.
So I guess we'll start with Darby Allin and Sting versus Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal.
Yeah.
I just decided to get this out of the way because
Yeah,
who the fuck cares?
actually it's a good one to start with, because we saw this little promo this week, right, of a type of a video package with Sting and Darby,
Right.
and then saying it's showtime, and then Jeff Jarrett and Lethal, with Jeff Jarrett's gimmick basically just being pissed off at cameraman and producers running
Right.
him down.
Right.
But yeah, there's like, I'm not excited. Well, I'm not looking forward to this match at all. Yes, we'll probably see some nice spots between Sting and Jarrett, or from
Yeah.
Sting. But no, like, where they're gonna go with this, like, what's the point? What's the payoff? Like Jeff would say here. And I don't see a payoff for either of them. So I think we've talked about this, but I think it's about time. There's a separation here between Darby and Sting. We've run them up with that storyline.
That's it. I mean, again, I'm excited too. Jeff and Sting. That's going to be cool to see, 24 years later from the first time they fought. That's going to be cool. But yeah, I don't see anywhere where this is going. I don't see you let Sting and Darby fall off here. But yeah, you're going to have to make that split. Darby's going to have to just kind of do his own thing. And then what do you do with Sting? I don't know.
We have him more of a like a, not a part-time, because he is a part-time already, but like, have him come for specific reasons. If you want to sell a special pay-per-view or a special match, or have him involved in something unique, where I don't know. I think at this point, because I think it did wonders for Darby, but I think it has run its course here.
Well, that's it. It kind of did wonders for Darby, but then like Darby's still in the same position.
At the same time, that's
what I mean. So did it do wonders for Darby? I feel like I only remember Darby's matches, or not matches, but I only remember Darby's storylines before Sting. You know what I mean? Like, what did Darby have after Sting came around? You had him face, CM Punk, maybe that's that was a great match. But aside from that, I don't know. You know?
He had MJF also, or was that before Sting? I think it
Oh,
was
that's
that.
what I meant.
No,
I
no.
meant MJF and
Okay, yeah, that's it.
Darby.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
that
what I
was a
thought.
great fucking match.
Yeah, that's it. I think maybe Darby. It's time. I know he's over, but
He's definitely over.
it's definitely time for him to split. That's for sure. And I think a way to do it is you turn on Sting. I don't see a rivalry going on between Darby and Sting. I don't think that
Right.
would work. But
Right.
having him turn on Sting, turn heel, and have Sting off TV after for a few months to sell that turn, I think would be the way to go here for Darby. I think Darby can be one hell of a heel. I just we haven't seen it, but I think he has it in him. I think that could be the next level for him. Where he
Darby
would,
as a heel.
like, really like, he would. It would have to be a great turn where you put the people turn on you also. So you're turning on whoever on Sting, but it has to be credible where the people will be mad at you. So,
But if they do it at least this time around, he would join Jarrett's faction there, which might be a little weird.
yeah, that would be weird.
But again, maybe it might give some eyes to that faction because I still don't give a shit about this faction.
Oh no,
You know,
Jay Lethal and Sanjay and the basketball player. No, it doesn't really. They haven't done anything for me yet. I know. I think I called them Trust Busters 2 weeks ago. Those are not the Trust Busters. Trust Busters are the other ones.
That's another group.
Yeah. So I just wanted
That's
to
with
clarify that.
Javari and someone else.
Yeah, that's the one. Davari is the one that has the trust. So that's why I made a mistake. So that's about it for that match. But that's my lack of interest for that match.
No, that's fair. So after that, we got steel cage match: Jungle Boy versus Luchasaurus. Because this is apparently the only way Christian Cage won't be able to interfere.
Yeah,
like we literally just saw Drew McIntyre versus freaking Karrion Kross in a steel cage, so that what's her face could not interfere. And guess what? She still fucking interfered.
Yep.
You know, so I'm just not buying this whole like, well, we got to do a steel cage, and you know,
I really have a hard time picking a winner here because I think both of them. It hurts both of them. It hurts either them if they lose.
No, because I see how they're gonna do it. Is Jungle Boy's gonna win? Cage is gonna get pissed at Lucha. Jungle Boy's gonna come help fucking Luchasaurus. And I don't know. I just hope they don't fucking make a tag team again. But I still feel like that's how it's gonna be. Jungle Boy's gonna have to get the up and up here.
Yeah, I think if you want to really, if the point is
like this has got to end. This has got to fucking end. I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like.
Even Christian's promos lately have been like he's already thrown all the insults at Jungle Boy.
He's even fed up of it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, even those promos are being hurt by this. So yeah, I want to see a closure here, and if there's going to be closure, it has to be Jungle Boy coming out on top. I really don't want to see Luchasaurus turn again and come back to a face. I like him as a machine destroying people. I just don't see him with. If he loses, there has to be some closure also with Christian here. I don't see that them continuing with a loss.
Maybe this is where he loses the mask. Christian gets upset. He fucking slaps the mask off of him. And I think it's time for maybe Luchasaurus to be unmasked as well.
Yep, I know Jeffrey's a big advocate for that here on the WTN. So
that's it.
Yeah, I think that's I think that would be the perfect way to do it. Yeah, I think I agree with that. Maybe have Christian turn on Lucha, take off the mask, and beat the, because I think he still hurt Christian, right? Legitimately.
Yeah.
So so maybe have Lucha throw him off the I was gonna say the cliff, throw him off the stage there into a table or something, and maybe write him off TV for a while, maybe get better from that injury, and have Luchasaurus on his own side. With a brand new repackaged character. I think that would be the way to do it, better than the heel turn. Yep, I agree with that.
So Jungle Boy winning then?
I will pick Jungle Boy, yes.
Okay, fair enough. Then we got the return of Saraya versus Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
I think Britt probably gave her promo of the year yesterday on Dynamite.
Yep.
She's been
Saying
better on the
all
mic than
facts.
Soraya recently.
For sure.
Yeah, saying all facts completely.
Well, I mean,
And I
Soraya
think
been good too, though. That promo, from 2 weeks ago, I think was pretty fucking fuego. The one she did in the ring.
the one, yeah, she got emotional a little bit during it.
Yeah.
Well, that's the one she got booed, right? Well, because I think that promo was done in two timetables, or not two timetables. How can I say this? Like first she was talking about how she was cleared, and she's coming back. People were supporting her there.
Right.
But then when she told Britt, "You're not a superstar. You're not good enough to face me," or whatever. Then she got a bit of booze because people are not dumb.
Right.
And I love
You're a fucking
Soraya.
superstar.
Yeah, people are not dumb. They've seen what Britt has done the last 2.5 years, almost
Right.
3 years, probably 3 years, and she probably carried for most of those 3 years that women's division on her back.
For sure.
So the people watching see this, and that's why they probably booed. There were more booing what she was saying than booing Soraya herself.
Right.
It was like, no, that's not cool.
They're like,
So,
okay,
yeah,
like we love you, Soraya, but no, like she's a fucking superstar.
Yeah. Britt is definitely a superstar, and that's why this week's promo was that much more important, because as she reestablished,
She's like, I got the
here.
same opportunities as you, though.
Yeah.
Like we were cut from the same cloth. I got the same exact thing as you, an opportunity, and I took and ran with it just like you did. We're the fucking same. I'm just gonna prove that I'm better, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
Yeah. So that's the one. That's the match where I think will be a very good match.
I think, yeah.
I don't
Potentially a match of the night. I feel like Soraya has to win.
Yeah, I think so too.
You know what I mean? But they're going to get each other's respect.
Yes, that would be a good way to tell
What
the
are you,
story
Mike
of this
Tyson?
match.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a bit of a prolonged lisp there. But
if you have a lisp, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Sometimes it's just more. It shows more than others. But
I'm sorry. Now I feel like an asshole.
No, don't worry about that. I have no complexes with my list. But yeah, I feel like Soraya has to win this. I feel like she might have a bit of jitters at the beginning.
Oh, of course.
She seems like she's gonna.
Well, I imagine she's wrestling too. Like, obviously in front of the crowd, different story. She's. I mean, look at CM Punk though. CM Punk, 7 years. That's longer than Paige, technically.
But his matches were getting better as they were going along too.
Right, that's true.
I think
Britt can carry. Britt can carry, though.
Exactly.
So
I think that's important part here. Yes, I think she can protect Soraya, and I think after the first bump, then Soraya is gonna have those gonna feel better about it, and she'll be able to go through it. But at the beginning, you might see some awkwardness a bit. But I don't see them going any other way than giving this match to Soraya. I don't know. I think it would hurt her too much to have a clean loss to Britt. But yeah, I don't know. But I'm still going with Soraya here.
Yeah, I think it's going to be almost maybe this is where she'll turn face. Britt.
Okay.
Maybe her croonies are going to come help, and she fucking like hits them, refuses, and I don't know. I think it's time to maybe see Britt.
So we see a handshake at the end of this match.
We'll see a handshake. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Apparently, it is for Full Gear. Wardlow versus Powerhouse Hobbs versus Samoa Joe.
Oh, so we do have that triple threat match.
Yeah. For the TNT Championship.
Okay, so for the TNT. So the ROH TV Championship's not on the line.
Probably going to be at Final Battle. Yep.
Yeah, but that would make sense. Okay, I'm going to go with Hobbs here, man. It's time.
Yeah,
and maybe it's time Wardlow goes on to another title picture. If he says he wants to take all the belts, then you don't need this one.
That's it. No, that's it. I mean, and we're maybe just do full-fledged Wardlow versus Samoa for the ROH. Maybe even bring Wardlow to ROH, man.
Yep, I could see that happening. Definitely, yeah.
Because I don't think you need Wardlow there right now. You're not going to Wardlow. Can't do anything with the world. He's not going to do anything with the tag team. So yeah, maybe just bring Wardlow down to ROH for a bit, dude. That fucking. I guess we've seen Wardlow fly before, but
yeah, that
fucking
I liked it.
I
was impressed with that. That's the
top
more side
you'll see
of Wardlow we'd like to see. Yeah, definitely.
exactly. Yeah, that reminded me of the whole. I think it was the when he did like a
The cage
moonsault off
match.
the cage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. With Cody, yes,
So give me
definitely.
more of that Wardlow, and I'll appreciate it more. Yeah. Then we got TBS. Oh, I guess we should name. Yeah, I'll go with. I agree. I'll go with Hobbs
Yeah, perfect.
because Samoa Joe doesn't need it.
No.
Yeah. Then we got TBS Championship: Jade Cargill versus Nyla Rose. Will
Yeah,
Nyla defeat Jade for the championship and the streak ender?
yeah. I think we're not there yet, but I think this will be Jade's hardest battle though. Like in the story that they're telling of Jade,
Mhm.
I think that would be her. She will have some close pins, but she ends up on top at the end of the day. I do think. I think it's not time for in that streak just yet. Um, she is getting she is getting more and more over with the crowd, and that heelish. We still see a bit of that heelish character from Jade, but we're more and
Right.
more seeing a transition to face.
Face.
So I don't see them ending this streak right now.
Just maybe. What the fuck happened with Ruby Soho?
I think she got hurt, and they wrote her off. They wrote her off TV
Oh,
when
because the last person she faced was I think it was the girl who was the first ever AEW champion there.
Ryu.
Ryu. I know exactly. I'm trying to think of it
The
too.
little girl there. Are you talking not
Yeah.
Hikaru Shida, the other one?
I don't care what she did.
Yeah, the
You
Ryu.
got the name though this time.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah.
It's Ryu.
But fair, her. So
Yes.
she faced her, and then okay, but she is injured though. That's like legitimate.
Yeah, I think it's a real injury. I remember. I don't know if she was written off with an injury on the show, but I think it's legit the real injury that she had. I'm pretty sure about that.
Okay, but I agree. Jade still keeps it. She's still gonna go on with her streak. Nyla's looking good though. Nyla, keep it up with what you are doing. Make her a beast. I agree with you. This is gonna be Jade's first time really getting a real troubled opponent here. It's gonna put her to the test her limits. So I think it might be a good match. I wasn't a fan of the storyline, but I think both these women could go.
Yeah.
And it's going to be equal opportunity here. Everyone that Jade fought before was very not up to par with Jade. So
yeah.
Then we got the AEW Trios Tag Team Championship match. We technically talked about it a bit. Death Triangle versus the Elite. I'm gonna have to give it to. You got to give it to the Elite. I don't see it any other way, man.
It's this one. I think this one is hard because
how do you do the photo op afterwards, though? You know what I mean? Fans like you have.
I think it's gonna have them. It's gonna look like you're just handing the titles back to the Elite.
You are,
and technically you are if you would be doing that, I guess. And I guess they could go back to telling the story of the heel Pac's heel turn with the triangle. Right. I guess after that. So logically, storyline wise, it makes sense.
It could work. Pac is going to try to use the hammer when Phoenix says no, you don't. Super kick galore on both, and then whatever have you. That's maybe what makes them lose the titles.
Yeah. So I'll go. I think you sold me there with that booking. I think I'll go with the Elite.
Don't call me a salesman. Then we got the ROH World Championship. Chris Jericho versus Bryan Danielson versus Sammy Guevara versus Claudio Castagnoli. I don't think you get rid of Jericho with it. I think you keep it for when the ROH TV happens.
Yeah, because I think they're gonna go with Chris Jericho with that whole TV deal, trying to have him as the champion,
right?
When the TV deal starts, but the possibilities here, and I don't think it would hurt it would hurt the TV deal or any of that business side of it if it was Bryan Danielson, the champion. But I don't know. I agree with you that I think Chris Jericho keeps it for the continuation of the storyline. Especially he hasn't faced all the ROH champions yet.
Right.
Has that storyline run amok? I don't know, but you know what? I think they're gonna go with a swerve here, and they're gonna give it to Bryan. I think they're gonna go with a swerve. I think Bryan,
great photo op,
great pop. I think that might even boost your pay-per-view buys for Final Battle. So I think they'll go with a swerve here, and I don't think that, some people would be like, okay, I don't want that title. I'm an AEW guy, but with the history that Bryan has with ROH,
for sure,
I don't think he would mind being ROH champion.
Oh my God, maybe you even get Bryan versus what's his face? The other dragon there, the Dragon Slayer, for Final Battle.
Oh, Daniel Garcia. Yeah.
Maybe do a little 2 out of 3 falls, or a fucking Iron Man.
Of the torch.
Yeah, and that would be the perfect passing of the torch.
Yeah. I think that's the way to book it here. I think that would get a huge pop. I don't think Bryan Danielson would mind being the ROH champion because of the history behind it. Right. I think it would work for the business side of things also. I think it would set up a great match, like you just said, with Daniel Garcia, and it would be a great passing of the torch. So, yeah, I'm going to go with final answer, Bryan Danielson.
Don't call me a salesman. And then we got the interim AEW Women's World Championship match, which I'd honestly, this fucking rate, just make it the Women's Championship match. Because I don't know what the fuck.
Show Tony Storm some goddamn respect.
Seriously. I don't know what's going on with she's been gone for so long. I forget her name.
Thunder Rosa,
Thunder Rosa, but like that's it, man. Like, I don't know. Tony Storm's been doing so much. All the other women have been there. She's injured or whatever. Okay, I get it. Things happen. But Tony Khan has to stop with these fucking interim things out of respect and whatever.
Yeah.
Like, just whatever. You're gone. You're gone. That's it.
She had to forfeit the title. Just give her a shot when she comes back. She doesn't need to still be champion months later.
It's a slap in the face to still be an interim champion when she's been holding the women's division down for the past 3 months now. Yeah. So, like, come on. Totally with that said, man, I think Jamie Hayter might get it.
I wouldn't be surprised because that would be.
She's fucking over, man.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely.
She's really over. So I don't mind either of them winning, to be frank with you. Like, I love Toni Storm. I think she's great. But I think Jamie Hayter has a lot of eyeballs on her now too. So why not give it to her and just help elevate her just a bit more? She's already pretty popular. Mm-hmm. I think the fans are in for a treat. This might be one of the matches of the night.
Yep. Yes, I think this could definitely be a good match. And I think it would also, having Jamie Hayter win, I think would also set up a good rivalry, maybe with her, finally the story with her and Britt coming to a close, where them being always back and forth, together, not together, against each other, not agreeing. So that could be a doorway for Britt to go back into the title picture here. Not saying she would win back the title, because Jamie would probably deserve a decent run with the title.
Yeah, she'd be yeah. So, and this would also mean that what's her face would be face. You know what I mean? Because maybe she'd be like, oh, how come out of everyone on our team, I'm the only one that won last night, kind of thing. You know what I mean? The little jabs here or there, and then ultimately making the full-fledged Britt versus Hayter. And then, Hayter loses, though. Britt loses. Britt loses. Britt doesn't need to win it.
Yeah.
It's just the passing of the torch. You're the queen now. Yada, yada, yada. I think that would be great for Jamie Hayter, and she's over now. The amount of fans she has on Twitter is crazy to me. Like, the fans on Twitter are kind of what got me into, wait a minute, why is everyone talking about Hayter? And then I went to go watch a shit. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, she is really good in the ring, and because maybe it's just a me thing, but I keep fucking up my women's wrestlers in AEW. You know, there's only a few I really, really know, and then the rest is all meshed
Yep.
around the same guidelines for me. You know what I mean? But
Yep.
now
I agree.
I'm reckoning like Serena Deeb. I recognize her out of the crowd of women in AEW. Jamie Hayter for me is that too. Toni Storm, of course, is that for me too. Obviously, Saraya, Britt Baker, Nyla, Jade. They're all there along those lines. So I think Jamie Hayter's a good call.
I think Tony deserves props for this because at the first year guaranteed we
do what Thunder Rosa wouldn't do, Tony. Drop the fucking belt.
Yeah, I think this would be a good time after the match for Tony to come out and announce that, or tell it in the commentator's ear, saying that Tony has just announced that the new champion of this match, whoever wins this match, will be officially the champion and no longer interim champion. Something like that. And I totally agree. Hey, Jamie Hayter, I really love her, and she's good in the ring. She's got the looks. She's got the charisma. I think that's the way to go here. Is Jamie Hayter with a little run with the title would be good.
That also, honestly, these women matches are probably going to be the show stealers too, man. Like, that's going to be another fantastic match. If it's anything like their Owen Hart Cup tournament match, whew,
Yep.
should be fuego. Yo, listen, the AEW Tag Team Championship match, the Acclaimed versus Swerve in Our Glory, with no Rick Ross anymore. I don't see Rick Ross. Doing
wasn't there
anymore.
Yesterday.
Maybe it was
but their video was the worldwide release of their music video though, with the return of Captain Insano. Is that what his name is?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a pretty good song, man.
Man, their videos are fucking awesome. That's not even their best one.
I like Platinum, what the Platinum Max they call him.
Platinum Max.
I like Platinum Max. His freestyles, but I think his flow is better when he's actually like on a song, like instead of yo listen. I think the flow comes out better. I don't even think
those are freestyles though. He writes those too. He's great. He's great. Even if you listen to the AEW CD there that came out, dude, watch a lot of his music videos that he has. He has a few music videos for the wrestling related stuff. Dude, he has a great flow. His cadences are on point. The beats are nice. Like the problem is, it's just maybe he's too much of the same though. So as a legitimate artist, you would get bored of him after a few albums.
Okay.
But with what he does it perfectly for him. Just if you were on a label, I think the label would eventually get bored of you.
But I get it.
But he has great flow, great rhymes, and their videos are always classic.
I'm gonna go check out the video because, to be honest, I haven't checked a lot of their videos. I really enjoyed the freestyles coming to the ring. I think his what do they call his what's the word I'm looking for? The jokes that he says about his punchline. Sorry, that's the word I was looking for. His punchlines are pretty good. I guess that's important for that type of thing. But his music videos and his songs, I hadn't really listened to. But you convinced me. I'm gonna go check them out because this one that I saw yesterday was actually pretty good.
And they've been doing it since the beginning when they faced Darby and Sting way back when. Trash Day was one of them where he faced the Ass Boys. There's a few, even the Hangman Page one when he faced Hangman Page way back when.
Oh, see, that one I don't remember.
There's a lot of good ones there. Definitely check it out. I think it's Platinum Max on YouTube. I'll send you some links afterwards. Okay. And maybe down below in the doobly doos for you guys, because I think the guy deserves much more recognition than he's getting. Although every day is Acclaimed every Wednesday. You know what I mean? AEW is Acclaimed every Wednesday anyways, but always more props.
Pretty easy to judge or to predict the outcome of this match, right?
Oh, okay. Who are you saying?
I'm definitely going with the Acclaimed here because I don't see Swerve in Our Glory.
I think that's a breakup.
Longer.
That's a breakup waiting to happen.
Yeah. It's definitely a breakup waiting to happen. So I definitely see, because you see, even when they put on when they're putting on matches, it's like they'll do like a tag team kind of move, but like they'll do it against their like they'll do it just because they're a tag team, but not like you see it that there's a separation coming soon. So I don't see them getting back those titles. I think this is when maybe the start of a little rivalry between Swerve and Keith Lee here.
Yeah,
Going forward,
I think that's what they're leading down to there. Yeah, claimed win it because honestly, they're still fucking over. They're still selling. Scissor Me Daddy Ass is still a thing,
Yep,
and they're killing it. They're killing it. Like they're definitely top 3 merchandise sellers, I would imagine. So,
yep. I wouldn't be surprised that. Yeah.
Then we also talked about it a little. We got Ethan Page versus Brian. Ethan Page either versus Brian Cage. Oh, well, we know this already. So it's Ethan Page versus either Ricky Starks or Lance Archer. We had discussed most likely it will be Ricky Starks, and Ethan Page will most likely get the win.
Yeah, I think.
Are we still doing that? Predictive?
Yeah, I think I'm going with. I'm sticking with that. Yeah, Ethan Page definitely. Like we said, the easier guy to go get the pin after from the champion. When he gets that number one title shot, and maybe Ricky Starks loses if he wins against Lance, which I think he will. Maybe he loses in a cheating way or something that it won't hurt him too much. But definitely Ethan Page looks like the easiest choice for to go get a pin against the future champion.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that as well. And then this leads us to the world title, AEW world title, MJF versus John Moxley.
John Moxley, okay. I think John Moxley, his promos are always good. They're always to point, but they've become a bit repetitive. And I don't know if MJF saying it or when he was imitating him last week, right? This is how he does, and he's walking like Mox walks, and he just says that he's going to eat your blood or drink your blood or whatever, and he just says that, yeah. and I think he it was so good that those lines because they're true, you know. That's what Mox is. He's like, but I do like the fact that he's trying to point out like, oh, you're trying to make yourself look like the devil, you know. I've seen bad people do bad shit. So
that wasn't even this week. That was last week. Yeah.
That was last week. Yeah.
So this week's promo was really hot trash. Like it's almost like he really didn't have anything new to say. And he was like fumbling his words, all kinds.
Yeah.
So I don't know what was going on. That whole promo between both of them was fucking weird. Everyone seemed off on the promo. Even towards the end, they faced each other in the ring, and then one went out. It was really weird. I don't know what went on.
He flicked him, or he threw the mic on him, or something, and MJF just like smirked a bit. It was kind of weird. So I don't know if they didn't plan this one out, like, or something happened that they had to change or something.
Right.
But yeah, it didn't seem as point as the other promos, especially thinking that it's the go home promo. Like you're doing that to sell your match and sell the pay-per-view.
And you didn't do it.
So yeah, I enjoyed him coming out. I enjoyed MJF coming out to save Mox, and beating up all those guys from the firm. I think it was funny. He kicks the kick in the balls, and then the eye poke to Ethan Page. I think that was funny. It fits a bit with the character of MJF. Like he doesn't need to go all out to beat up these guys, but then he takes the thing while Mox is still laid out on the floor, type of thing, and he's like
almost a CM Punk promo there too. He's like, I know that you're hurting. Same thing that CM Punk said when CM Punk did his pipe bomb. I know that you're hurting, John. Blah blah blah. You know.
Yeah. It's true. Yeah, he did. Yes, I didn't notice that, but you're right. Yeah, completely. So
I didn't notice it either. Twitter told me.
Okay. Kudos for that honesty there.
Kudos, Elon. Kudos.
But yeah, like okay, I think definitely MJF is the way to go. I think he says it. It's my time now. My time is now. I think they agree with that. I think the plan was probably to take that belt off for him to win it off CM Punk originally, but It works also with Mox, maybe a bit less because of the heel face thing, but they're doing it way that it's not really affecting the storytelling of this rivalry.
Right.
So yeah, I think MJF, it's time. Um, I'm not sure if we're gonna get the swerve or not, or if we're gonna get the full turn, the full face turn here from MJF. Um, I'm still on the fence. I still don't know, and that's what maybe is selling me on this match. Is that I still don't know. I think I'm pretty sure he's gonna win, but I still don't know how he's gonna win. Is he gonna win fair and clean like he's been
Fair and
selling it?
clear.
Yeah, fair and clear, fair and clean as he's been selling it the past few weeks in his promos,
Oh.
or if he's gonna swerve us and go back to full blown heel and get the help from somebody here to win. But I'm definitely gonna go with MJF here.
MJF as well. I think it's Regal, man. Regal's gonna turn on Mox. It's not gonna be MJF using his diamond ring. It's gonna be Regal using his brass knucks. They've been telling that story for a long time now. It's almost maybe a bit too obvious, but at the same time, I still think they could just easily go for that. Because how many times did he say, "I'm not gonna use my brass ring"? Am I Regal or something? Like it's almost so much. But I'm just like, I'm still down for it. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't need Regal to be a mouthpiece or anything. But holy shit, would the world go bazonkers? That promo both men did in the ring together, they already have great chemistry. They would work. Just imagine them on the same side. I think that's where you go with it. You maybe have the firm come in and try to just stir shit up because Ethan Page is the winner of the thing. And then as you have Mox trying to fucking get rid of everybody, the referee's trying to get everyone out. You have Regal do some kind of swerve thing where Regal is going to hit
Mox.
MJF like as a fake, but then turns and hits Mox. And
I can see that happening.
And then Regal goes back out and MJF gets the pin.
Because if people are thinking, oh, but why would you do that? What would happen to the Blackpool Combat Club at that point? Guys, you have to remember that Mox is probably going to go on back and take his vacation that he's been waiting to take ever since they didn't let him take it after All Out, right? With the whole CM Punk where Tony asked him to stay behind. Right. So we're probably going to see him off TV for a while. Right. We've seen the beef between Brian Danielson and Yuta, which we haven't seen on TV the last 2 weeks either. Yuta. We've also seen twice now that Mox gets attacked by the Firm, and the Blackpool Combat Club doesn't come and help. So we're kind of seeing hints of the end of Combat Club here, or maybe some time off. But I think it would be the end. It would be hard to bring them back after all this. But I think there's definitely a gateway here for this to happen.
Who's the pure champion right now? Yuta?
No, it's what's his face? Garcia.
Oh, Garcia. Okay.
Yeah. So I think that would be a good. I think Regal as the manager of a MJF that is world champion can be gold.
Right.
Even though he doesn't need him to be a mouthpiece. It's not about him being a mouthpiece. Does Roman Reigns really need Paul Heyman as a mouthpiece? I don't think so, but it works good in the story they're telling. So
exactly,
I'm sure they can tell that story in a way where it can work for both of them there. I think that'd be a good way to turn here.
Because it's so predictable, but it's still fucking awesome that it's like, yes, let's go through with it. Fucking A. This is going to be great for Regal, great for MJF. This destroys the Combat Club as well. We got Moxley going away. We got already issues happening between Yuta and Thing, like you mentioned. ROH is coming out soon. You know what I mean? Those guys will go to ROH anyways, aside from Daniel Bryan.
Unless he wins the ROH title, right?
Who?
Unless Brian wins the ROH title.
Daniel wins the ROH, he'll be in ROH. I really like your idea of Daniel Bryan winning though too. I think Daniel Bryan is a big enough household name to also set that up almost like a Jericho.
Mm-hmm.
Jericho's definitely more flashy with it.
Yeah.
But I mean, Daniel Bryan's yes, that shit caught on everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Although he doesn't do that anymore, I still think, especially ROH fans who are going to be the people getting the pay-per-views anyways.
Exactly.
Daniel Bryan, was he the first ROH? No,
I don't think it was the first.
I don't think it was the first, but one of
but definitely one of the first. One of the first. Yeah.
One of the first.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. He was definitely a pioneer of the beginning of ROH when they made them.
I feel like he was niche. First. I am googling it. First ROH World Champ. It was either him or Samoa Joe.
Oh,
Low Key was the first. Actually.
That's it. I knew it was somebody like that, like Low Key. I always
fucking Low Key. Poor guy. He was fantastic.
I always call him Joe Coy.
Why was that his like? That's his real name.
No, because he always reminds me of the. He always reminds me of the comedian Joe Coy. Low Key.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Then it was Xavier. I don't know if that's Xavier Woods.
No, because I think he was. No, it wouldn't be Xavier Woods because what's his name is Creed. No,
true.
In the Independence.
Samoa Joe was third. Austin Aries was fourth. CM Punk was fifth. Bryan Danielson was seventh. Okay. 2005.
One of the first 10. So
one of the first 10.
In that first run that ROH had, that made them the independent niche that they ended up becoming. So
exactly. Jesus, Nigel McGuinness kept it for like 2 years.
I think he has the record, right?
Looks like it, yeah.
Yeah, I think he has the record. I think they mentioned it or.
Well, Bryan Danielson also had it for a year.
Oh.
But yeah, Nigel McGuinness, I think, holds the record. Yeah. Yeah, they did mention it. The ROH announcer, I think, mentioned it actually. I mean, unless you count. Oh no, I was going to say unless you count Vacated, but no, it wasn't Vacated for that long.
No,
no, not even Adam Cole had it for that long either. So
no,
yeah,
you see, Adam Cole was more of the Bullet Club days later on at the. Maybe not the last run of ROH, but the second to last like big run of ROH. Because I remember after that PWG at Pro Wrestling Guerrillas, where really they made Adam Cole made his name, and then when he went to Japan and ROH, that was a good run for Adam Cole. But that was Cody. Cody was part of ROH at that time also. Yeah,
right.
Part of the Bullet Club at that time also. So yeah, I think we're good with Bryan Danielson being ROH champion, and maybe and Regal turning on Mox because it makes sense. It's like pieces falling into place.
Exactly, you give Regal something else to do as well. I'm all for it. Like, it's predictable, but give me what I want.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So that is this Saturday, folks, starting and that's if we don't get any more other matches.
Yeah, because there's still tomorrow Rampage.
Still tomorrow's
for them
Rampage.
To throw a few matches back at us. I think he learned from the not the backlash, because I don't think it was a backlash, but I mean from people talking that maybe 5-hour pay-per-view is a bit too much.
I mean, this still might be a 5-hour pay-per-view, bro. I don't think he's learning anything. This is how many matches here.
I had a bit of hope that
this is how many matches here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, 11 matches though.
Okay, so it's only one less than the last pay-per-view because they had 12, if I remember correctly. Do we even know? Is there any of these matches that we went through that are on the pre-show, or these are just main?
It's just main. This looks like it's just the main roster.
So
main show.
It could go.
12 o'clock. You know what? I'm kind of down for it to go longer, just for the reason because I'm working until 9. So at least I know I won't miss the main event, and I won't miss maybe like 3 matches. You know what I mean? So
you'll probably miss one good match because they usually open up with a good match. That's their style. But then after it might slow down a bit, and then you'll get right in time for the big final push. So
that's it for Regal turning on Mox. Here we go.
Yep. A big big pay-per-view this week. So I just want to remember before Justin takes us home here, we do have Rumble Bash that we are organizing watch party for Royal Rumble on January 28th. All the details are on our page. We'll be posting more details, maybe some surprises. We talked about a pool coming on. We will have to talk to each other so we could plan this pool. But a lot of surprises for one of the most fun pay-per-views of the year. So January 28th, which is a Saturday. It's fun to specify that because
not Sunday, Mox. Not Sunday.
Exactly. So we're never sure when the pay-per-views are. So this is a Saturday for the Royal Rumble, and it's in the east end of Montreal, so in the Hochelaga area, close to Honorable Grand, the closest metro for if you guys that are more of the transport en commun, public transport. Sorry, public transport. So so that would be January 28th at 7:00. Will be the start of the show. We'll be filming and recording our podcast before going on before the pay-per-view starts. So you guys are always welcome to come and join us there and maybe join the chat here and tell us how we were wrong about this or right about that. You guys are always welcome. So one last time, Royal Rumble for the Rumble Bash on January 28th at the 9515 Hochelaga. Maybe it would be easier for us if you guys would. There's no reservation. You don't have to reserve anything. But maybe for us, just in planning for the logistics of it, maybe you can let us know on our page, or even if you private message if you want to. Let us know if you're planning on coming, just for us to be easier for us to plan all this. So yeah, that's the Rumble Bash, January 28th.
That's it. So we'll definitely be promoting it a lot more too in the upcoming weeks and all that. Should be good if we get enough people for maybe like a little wrestling pool. That'd be fun. Maybe a few special guests, a few little local talent, maybe perhaps. We'll see what we can work out. Should be a great time. Links will be down below in the doobly-doos for the event. For that, if you guys want to check that out, why not? If you're alone, come. Royal Rumble, it with us, talk with us, wrestling fans all together, chilling out. Who needs the cinema when you have a community center with
exactly
the screen's big too? You think?
It should be fun because we should add some surprise entrances in the Rumble. We should have some returns also for the Rumble. So like we talked about, that probably Cody will be returning at the Rumble. So yeah, it should be fun, and for all wrestling fans that enjoy these types of things. You're all welcome, and we're gonna have some fun.
That's it. And speaking of which, this has been another fun rundown. Thank you, Kid Crazy, for always tagging along, good sir. Big Red was a little busy. Jeff T was I don't know, he was probably angry about something and decided not to show up. Love you, Jeff, you're a good guy. You might just randomly show up now. What? But yeah, no, thank you guys for tuning in, listening, watching. We certainly appreciate everyone coming through. Thank you to everyone. You know who you are. And we will be back next week for our full gear thoughts and run it all down again of the week in wrestling, as well as the biggest news and rumors of the week. Of course, you can always check our pages. We'll be updating it more often. We've been slacking. Busy. It randomly got snow here, and we all went crazy, and we just realized
we all forgot how to live.
We all forgot how to live. You know, in true Quebec fashion, when you have a car, oh my God, it's snow, we can't drive anymore.
So true.
You know, so we're gonna get back on that, giving you all the latest news and rumors there. It's WTN Wrestling on WTN Wrestling on all platforms except on Twitch, where it's WTN_Wrestling Talk Now. We would appreciate a follow. That would be always great. And of course, you can follow me at twitch.tv/JLBTLC25, where I stream video games and bet your butt when the new AEW video game comes out, I will be playing that as well. Also for Full Gear, there will be a viewing or a footage of the Lights Out match that's going to be on the video game. So look out for some content there about AEW Fight Forever video game. No word on if they're going to announce a date yet, but there will definitely be some game news on the pay-per-view. So if there wasn't already 11 other reasons to watch the show, you now got a 12th one. So there is that. Kid Crazy, where can they follow you, good sir?
You can find me on Facebook, Michael Costa. That's Michael. I don't know, for some reason people always put the E before the A, but it's Michael Costa, AEL. And on Twitter, it's Saltita_Costa. And that's it for everything wrestling related. Like JLB said, it's right here at WTN, Wrestling Talk Now, whether it's here, TikTok, or Twitter or Facebook, anything wrestling related, we're all open to your guys joining in on our conversations.
Damn straight. Wouldn't it be EAL if it was French, or not even? Not even.
No, because technically Michael would be Michael in French is Michael, but for some reason people think is the EA before. But every time I see a Michael somewhere or in
AEL,
English, it's always AEL. Well, yeah,
that's why I thought maybe it was a French thing, but I'm like, no, it's spelled the same way.
Yeah, it's because Michael is M. It's because Michel. Yes, Michel. There's no A, but Michael is spelled the same way. I get maybe there's the confusion, but I always get that question: is it AEL or EAL? No, it's AEL. So that's it.
Fair enough. So there you have it, and we will see you guys next Thursday. We do hope you enjoy Full Gear. Maybe if everyone is around, we'll do a little watch. Well, I won't be there at the beginning. I'm working till 9, but maybe we'll do a watch along for the final matches or something. If everyone is down, maybe we'll see, or maybe one of us will be doing it. Who knows? We'll see.
I'll always have my phone on, so if you guys just let me know, send me the link, and I'll be able to go on the phone at least.
There we go. So yeah, that would be great. So we'll see you guys next time. So we do enjoy the rest of your weekend and have a good or enjoy the. I guess enjoy your Full Gear. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy Full Gear on Saturday. Don't be Moxley and show up on Sunday. It's on Saturday, and should be a good time because we're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time.
That's right.
Full Gear this Saturday. Until next time, ciao for now.